Saul Kirsch here with Double Alpha Academy, and I'm very pleased to introduce our brand new primer handling solution, the PrimaFill. Now, in late 2019, we introduced the Double Alpha Primer Pro. The Primer Pro is a fully automated solution that allows you to just pour the primers into the bowl, run the machine while it fills your primer tube. This enables you to reload the previous tube while the next one loads. Problem with that is that the design of that machine requires a lot of mechanical parts, a big motor, electronics. All of that adds to the cost, and it's a $200 solution. We've had a lot of customers come back to us and say we need a much cheaper solution for filling our primer tubes. Also, the Primer Pro is able to handle only small primers because the large variance in the height of the large primers makes them unsuitable for the solution that we utilize in the Primer Pro. So we've been working on developing a solution, and this is the PrimaFill, which is now available and launching on doublealpha.biz. The PrimaFill is a semi-automatic solution. Like other products similar to it on the market, it requires that you first flip the primers on the tray, and then it vibrates to allow you a quick and easy solution for filling the primer tubes. There are other such solutions on the market, but we feel that none of them are as efficient or as easy to use as the new PrimaFill. What we've done is we're trying to design the product to make it more user-friendly, to give you a quality product that will enable you to handle either small or large primers, no extra parts, no time spent on changing. You can switch from one size to the other instantly, and it can be used with any 8mm primer pickup tubes, such as the ones available from Double Alpha or Dylan pickup tubes, or any tube which has an outer diameter of 8mm. You don't need any custom adapter to fit onto the end of the tube. The PrimaFill is designed with two exit holes, small and large, and in each case you can simply insert the tube using the latch. The spring-loaded latch will hold the tube in place, and this is now ready to feed primers down and into the tube. If this were a large primer tube, I could insert it on the large primer side and it would be ready to handle and receive the primers. Some of the changes that we've made to the configuration of the device is that we've made our PrimaFill much larger than the other solutions on the market. So even when you take a large box of primers like the Federal, it's easy to dump all of them into the tray. It's large enough. The serrations on this tray are straight. They're not circular as in most primer trays. So as you're flipping the primers, the motion is a straight side-by-side motion to flip the primers before you put the lid on and feed the primers. Now, there is a steel stopper which is held in place by a magnet, and you can move that from side to side to block the exit hole that you're not using, the large or the small, depending on what primers you want to feed. Since we're going to feed some small primers now, I'm going to move that, slide it into place, and now I have efficiently blocked the large primer exit hole, and I'm ready to use the small primer exit hole for feeding these Federal primers. Let's flip them and feed them down the tube. We have all our primers in the tray. Occasionally, if you have one stuck up against the wall, it might be quicker just to flip it manually. I've got a couple here that didn't want to turn on me. And here we go. So now all my primers are the right way up. I'm going to place the lid. And you're simply going to hold the device at a slight angle so that the primers pile up around the blocked exit hole. The activation button is here under your finger. Keep your thumb on the top of the lid with the tube inserted in place. And in this position, you gradually tilt the primers towards the exit hole. You don't want all of them bunching up above the exit hole. You just want to gradually allow them to slide into place until all of the primers are fed down the tube. Let's give this a try, see how long it takes for 100 primers. And the last one's now, and there we have it. 100 primers fed down into the tube. They're all in there, none left in the tray. Let's do that one more time and give the other camera a better view. Last two there. Insert the tube. Get right up in front of the camera right here. And there you have it. 100 primers down into the tube. The actual process of filling the primer tube takes somewhere around 10 seconds. Depending on the type of primers, some might feed a little smoother than others. Primers which are very sticky or tacky, you might find that they move a little slower down the chute, in which case, as you're holding the device and running it, simply tap with your finger on top of the exit hole on the top of the tray. If a primer is hung up, that kind of motion will free it and make it slide down, and you should have no problems at all. Because you're holding the device in your hand, you can always adjust the angle to find the optimal angle for the feeding of the type of primers that you're using. It does vary a little bit from small to large or from different brands of primers, but it's a quick and easy solution. Occasional tap to solve any problem that might come up, using normal primer tubes with no adapter, quick transition from side to side, 9-volt battery, easily accessible for changing when needed, and this is the new Double Alpha PrimaFill, which is available now on doublealpha.biz.